Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I'm going to be answering one of the most common questions that keeps on showing up in the comment section of my channel. How do I become knowledgeable? And I felt like this specific um, question requires a video on its own because there is a major issue with our society and with how the contemporary Muslim is in terms of uh, acquiring information. And today, most people will watch a video but will not read a book, and they don't even have the patience to finish a video, unfortunately. This video is probably going to be like 5 minutes long or something, but it's still going to be too long for a lot of people. But yes, for those of you that are wondering what's the easiest way or what's the quickest way of becoming knowledgeable, it's simply by reading. Reading, of course, and returning to scholars or students of knowledge when you have questions that have to do with those readings. Um, Now, first question that comes to mind is how to read. Well, we all know how to read, but it really has to do with what to read and when you're reading it, how far to go. I'm someone who strongly believes in casually reading, not forcing yourself to read. Don't read with the intention of finishing the book. When I'm saying read, I don't mean read Twitter posts. I don't mean read articles. I mean read books. Books are written with the author's intention to give you the most important and hardest to come across information, and they've presented to you um, sometimes free of charge, sometimes at a really low price. They've saved you weeks of research, months of research, and all you got to do is consume it. So, why not? When you read, you get bored after half an hour, you take a break. Don't force yourself. When you force yourself, the information you start becoming lazy in the way you acquire the information. Your eyes go over the words on the page, but the information doesn't stick to your mind. You'll often um, think, "What did I just read on this page? Doesn't seem like I remember much of it, even though I just finished reading it." So you should read with a fresh mind. If you get bored, um, go somewhere else, do something fun, talk to a friend, chill with a family member, but for of course for a short period of time, half an hour, 20 minutes, whatever. Work out for a bit at home, do some push-ups, and then go back to your reading after taking that short break. Another thing to keep in mind is buy multiple books. Buy multiple books on the subject, buy multiple books that you're interested in. Don't just buy one book and think to yourself, yeah, I'm going to buy a second book after I'm done reading this one. It's not something I'd recommend. The more you buy, the better. Sure, you might feel guilty. Oh, I didn't finish reading this book and I'm going to buy a second one. Yeah, ما في مشكلة. Feel guilty and then push yourself to read a bit more. I haven't even read like a tenth of what I have, but it pushes me to read more. And there have been so many occasions in which I think to myself, oh, I wish I had something on this specific subject, and then oh, there it is, right there. There's a copy of a book on that specific subject. I didn't even know that I had that. Something I bought 20 years ago or something. So buy books, and when you buy a book, the chances of you reading it is a lot higher than if you just download a PDF because you don't feel it's worth. But when you have the book, when you bought it, when it's in your hand, when you're flipping the pages, um, it's something that you've invested in, even if it's a small amount of money. It means more than you know, 2 3 megabytes, 10 megabytes that are stuck on your laptop. So another important aspect is to read what interests you. If you're interested in a specific field, you read in that specific field. If you're interested in Sira, learn Sira. Read about Sira. Don't read about something that you have absolutely no interest in, especially when you're starting out, because you're going to get bored extremely fast. And you're just going to drop it. And it shouldn't be something that you're forcing yourself to do. If you're forcing yourself to do it, chances are you're not going to be benefiting too much. But if it's something that you have a passion for, then inshallah you're going to excel in. Another point is you take notes. Fill your books with notes. You can have them in the in the front inner cover. So it would be like, you know, like right, not right here, but like right here. You know, put notes in there. Anything you come across that seems strange, that is information that you'd like to highlight, put a note, and put a page number, so that one day, maybe in the future, maybe not now, maybe 5 10 years from now, you're gonna feel like, oh, you know, this is some really interesting stuff that um, I came across once in a while, or I came across a long time ago. But where is it? And the notes will help you find it really fast. And wallah, yani, I would return to a book like over 10 times, and I'm like, oh, if only I took that note, if only I put a page number. And of course, I eventually did after I started taking notes properly. I spent many years not taking notes, unfortunately. It's a big mistake. Another motivation, or another thing that will make you knowledgeable, is if you read for others, not just for yourself. If you read and you obtain information and you keep it to yourself, it's most likely going to wither away in a short while. But if you read with the intention of helping others, whether it's matters to do with fiqh, whether it's matters to do with aqidah, you want to teach your family aqidah, you want to teach your people around you aqidah, you want to correct people's misconceptions about specific topics, you want to play a role in doing da'wah to other people and bringing them to Islam. This is a noble thing, of course, and reading with that intention, it's going to benefit you more than if you're reading just to keep that information to yourself. And from the barakah of knowledge, from the best blessings of knowledge, is sharing it with others. And this is, by the way, is scientifically proven. Yani. It's not just me being extra spiritual here or anything like that. Because if you read something and you write it, you know, it sticks to your mind, right? But if you teach it, if you tell someone, by the way, I learned this, that's the best way to retain that information. It's by teaching. Now, folks, keep in mind that doing this, reading, will change you as a person, in the way you access knowledge, in the way you deal with knowledge. Once upon a time, you're someone that accepts everything. Everything you see, everything that's written on a piece of paper, everything that's written on a page, everything that's written on a tweet, will have equal weight to the opposing point of view if you're a blank slate. But with reading, you become someone who's technical about information. You become someone that's able to scrutinize. You become critical. So it changes you as a person. You, today, if you haven't started reading yet, is going to be a completely different person than that person who has spent years reading. And especially if you're someone who reads in one specific field, it changes the way your mind works. So that's something, I guess, to look forward to. I know it sounds strange, but it's, I mean, I look at who I was when I first started reading, when I was like 21. I was a completely different person. I was a completely different person. I used to have the craziest beliefs. I'd have the most unjustifiable ideas, just ideas that sounded good to me. And now today, subhanAllah, ideas, they sound good to me, but I reject them due to the lack of proof because of who I am today and how I've changed due to reading. Okay, so yalla, ending the video, a very quick call to action. Right now, today, if you're not someone who has been reading, who's taking reading seriously, right now, think about a field that you're interested in. Find a book that you're interested in. Order that book today. Even if it's any, doesn't have to be something expensive. Don't spend $100. Yeah, buy something that's equal to the price of a dinner meal or a lunch meal, and buy that. Order it to get it shipped to you, and read it the moment that you get it. If you're in a noisy place, find a place that's quiet for you to read. You don't want too many distractions around you. And share this video. I usually don't ask people to share my videos, but this is a topic that I believe will benefit the vast majority of people because the vast majority of people don't read. So barakallah fikum, and I'll see you guys inshallah next one. Next video is going to be action inshallah. There's going to be action. There's a new target inshallah. Have a good one guys. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.